One. All right. Welcome to another episode of Should I Go There with me, your main homie, Chris G. And today's episode, we will be focusing on Norcal Regionals 2019. Uh, this time in San Jose. The last few years has been in Sacramento, and I'm not a big fan of Sacramento, and neither was a lot of the NorCal people in general. They definitely they wanted it changed, so of course they brought it back to the Bay Area, and it was at the DoubleTree, right, Hilton San Jose. It was definitely of course the venue. I love the venue. It's really cool. Your hotel's right upstairs. You go right downstairs, just walk a little bit, boom. Now, of course, yeah. If you're from California, and I've been here for a while now, uh, Sacramento's just kind of whatever. I actually had some people like it was a little weird. Like I mentioned it at the tournament. I was like, yeah, man, I think Sacramento's kind of whack, and then somebody overheard it and was like, nah, you just not going to the right places, and I'm like, honestly, I'm be real. I do hate that kind of stuff. Uh, if someone doesn't like something, you don't have to explain it. You don't have to explain to a person why they should like it. You know what I mean? If someone says, "Yo, like I had a really bad experience at this place. I went there next year. I was in the same place. I had a really bad experience at that place." And then of course somebody still comes out and is like, "Nah, man, you just not doing it right." Nah. Okay, we back in San Jose. Really cool place. A lot to do at night. Um, and of course, I did a lot of chilling and whatnot. Okay. First things first, right? The premise of the show is we rate tournaments from 1 through 10, and we don't count points. Tournaments automatically start at 10, and it goes down for every issue, for every mess up, for just overall whackness. A tournament score goes down. Now, first things first, right? You talk about the amount of people that actually attend the event, right? We talk about whether or not it's a major, entrance, right? If there's any leagues, the caliber of players, uh, who is the event for, player versus viewer, right? There's a lot of topics when it comes to, rating a tournament. So we go through everything, and of course, at the end of the day, we score it, right? So right now, I have this thing up here. We start with the attendance. Now, this year is actually a pretty good amount of people. I guess maybe a lot of people just like that it was in San Jose again, and people were like, "Yo, I'm about to just show up." But yeah, we actually did get a lot of people. Smash EG, as you can see, it's a little messed up, but I will be discussing that. So the top three things that I'm gonna be talking about is Smash GG issues, bracket pool issues, which also include sound issues, and a really interesting topic that I wanted to talk about, which kind of has to do with West Coast in general and West Coast tournaments. And will this really just be Street Fighter tournament? Is Street Fighter everything in West Coast? Why do other games just not really get too much burn anymore? And Jesus Christ, I'm tired of seeing Street Fighter everywhere. But nah, that's cool. All right, Street Fighter 5, 317 people. Tekken. Right now, like you can already see, just just boom, right off the bat. Right there are 828 people. Street Fighter 5 has 317, and then bam, Tekken 154, Dragon Ball Z 119, Eunice, which is actually really good. Of course, Eunice is growing. Shout outs to Eunice and Eunice players and the Eunice community. It's kind of weird that Evo had to put the game in for people to focus on it. I do wish that Unil in general had more support, but it's cool. I mean, the game is still good. So it's good to see the the community show up. All right, so 86, so caliber 63, and then the side games pretty much. Well, I mean Blaze Blue I don't think was a side game. 49, Street Fighter 61. I actually didn't enter Street Fighter. You see my name there, but nah, I didn't enter. Guilty Gear 38, Street Fighter Turbo 33. You see, and then it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then Smash, I don't know why Smash is on the bottom, but it had 144 people. Uh, of course, people will enter Smash regardless. So, of course, they're going to get a lot of people. Um, so, the interesting thing is that this tournament was a 3-day tournament. I personally feel that this tournament should not be a 3-day tournament. I think it should only be a 2-day tournament because there's not really many people that in any other game. Since this is just a Street Fighter event, it's I guess that's why it's 3 days, mainly because of one game. But I personally feel that this tournament should be a 2-day event. The fact that, Dragon Ball Z, you played on Friday, and then it was, boom, you got top 8, and then you have to wait till Sunday. It's a little weird. And of course, all the other games, they were all just 1 day of games in general. I mean, look at the entrance. You can kind of see that they should have all been done in 1 to 2 games, 1 to 2 days, but it wasn't. So, yeah, I mean, I really do think it should be a 2-day event, but that's just me. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty sure most of you guys only really watched Street Fighter, and if not, eh. Let's see what else. So another thing, right? The location. Of course, the location's good. There was a lot of things to do, right? So I guess we could pretty much start talking about some of the interesting things that happened this NCR, and it mainly starts with Smash GG. So that was the first problem on my thing. And you can see, right? So I'm going to click on manage. Look at this is what happens when you click on manage. Oh, my events. Oh, so I entered Street Fighter 5, Dragon Ball Z, King of Fighters I didn't enter. Street Fighter 4 I didn't enter. I did enter Smash. Right? So, view event. We're just like, okay. Where my my pools, where is it? I don't know where my pool is. I don't know when I have to play. Everything was unscheduled. I mean, like, come on. And it's weird that we went from challenge, which was kind of fine. I don't actually don't know anyone who had problems really with challenge besides sometimes being on like 2 pools at once or something stupid. But like it seems lately that Smash GG, or maybe it's just the TOs. I can't tell who's really more to blame, but you actually never know what's going on anymore. I heard a few people got their pools moved around, all this and that. And of course, my pools, I click on pools. Okay. Let's see, where am I? Oh, snap, my pool came up because it didn't come up before. But even if some of the pools came up, you still didn't know when to play. I guess you have to just go to their website. Right? I think if you click on home and then you go all the way to the bottom, event schedule, boom. Now, when you look at the schedule, look at this. An entire day is dedicated to Street Fighter. I don't know. I don't know. This is like everything else. Tekken, ST, Street Fighter 4, Guilty Gear, Eunice, Dragon Ball Z, Pokken, Guilty Gear. So all of this happened in one day. And then boom, Saturday. Street Fighter, 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 Street Fighter. Smash, 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 smash. And then they actually this is actually weird. They had is that 3 hours for Soul Calibur? It wasn't even a lot of people. Yeah, whatever. So I mean, that's kind of whack. The schedule was very whack. So I'm gonna start by reducing. I'm gonna. I'll just toss in like 2 whole points because you're there for 3 days and you have to wait 2 days to play something. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's kind of dumb. So I might actually just remove like 2.5 off of that, right? So we're already starting off on like 8, 7.5. And then the worst part about it is that I forgot to mention this, right? I should have mentioned the venue. I'm going to write that because venue is very, very, very important. Friday. Oh yeah, I'm gonna reduce another point right off jump for this. Friday, when we came to play, things weren't set up still. So the Victrix. Now look, I don't mean to be this guy, but I'm gonna be this guy for the sake of telling the truth. Victrix gave me a stick, right? I like their stick. Fantastic. That's cool. But I mean, they had a gigantic booth in the middle of the venue. It took up mad space. And I'm going to be real. There wasn't much space to begin with. So a lot of it was very, very, very clustered. I had people bumping it. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention this. If you know me, I have said it countless times. If people bump me when I play, I actually get like another form of anger. Like anger actually overcomes me because that shouldn't be a problem. You should have space to play your video games. There was no space to play anything, so I'm sorry. I'm not going to put -1. It's -1.5, maybe even 2. So I don't know. We're starting off with just the scheduling and the way this thing was actually even run and the venue itself. Yes, and that was the thing. The Victrix and the other what are they called? The what brand is that? I actually don't know what that booth is. I never know what it is. Maybe because I'm just not paying attention. The other big one. The one with all the modding. The Arcade Shock booth. There you go. Those two booths are really, really ginormous. And there's no space. I know that, well, actually, I was going to say this was a good thing, but it actually turns out to be a bad thing. As you can see here, there were Victrix exhibitions that took up, I'm assuming that's 2 hours. And they have 3 or 4 setups. So there's just less room. There's just less room. Everything's just less room. All right? You can't, and when it came to the pools, everyone was clustered in these little small areas, where there's no room. And of course, another issue, there was no sound. Now, a big thing that they tried to do was say, hey guys, you can't complain because there's sound. But little do they know they didn't actually test it. There was no sound. When you put the headphones on, you can only hear the music slightly, but you couldn't hear any sound. There was no you couldn't hear moves, voices, anything. Uh I heard that there wasn't enough power going through such and such. I don't actually know how that works, but I don't think they understood how this works. So yeah, and I don't even know what headphones they were. They were pretty flimsy. Really, even when one time there was one time where Arlieth brought his splitter, and I used the headphones. They were really low. Like they're just low headphones. They're just not very good. Yeah. Um. And this is something that I'm before I didn't really think about how crucial it was. I love sound. I love playing in sound, and I hate when I can't play in sound. Uh, but sound issues are even worse. So I think that from starting from now on, I will start talking about sound as being a problem. Um, no, the Street Fighter pulls again. You see, none of those headphones worked. So we're already going down to at least like a six. We're already at a six. I'll just scrap 4 whole points. We're off on a six. Uh yeah, Dragon Ball Z pulls they were taking a really long time. I think my one pull was about 2.5 hours, maybe even 3 hours long. Uh, it's like, mind you, look, you can see like 1 through 4. You're supposed to play 4 pools in 2 hours. One pool was pretty much like 3 hours long. So yeah, that was a problem. While I was playing Smash, I guess there was a big. Oh no, there wasn't a power outage. Somebody was standing on a wall, and they kicked the plug off the wall, and everyone lost power. Apology Man was in a match, and he was losing. I don't know what happened. Maybe because obviously Apology Man was in winners, so I'm assuming that guy lost that match. I don't really know, but yeah, they kicked off the switch, and like 4 or 5 stations went out. I heard that one guy had only one station for a pool, and that's why he took too long. Smash actually took forever. I'm not even gonna lie. My pool was forever, and then when it came to playing my top 16 matches, it took I got there on time, and I think it took like another 45 minutes, maybe an hour to play my next match. Uh, yeah, that's minus another point, so we're already at like a 5. Hmm. Now I love John Choi. I do. I do love John Choi. He's a really cool guy. I like hanging out with him. It's always cool to drink with him. Uh, it's always it's always just like cool. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. All of these guys are all nice guys. But come on, man, you didn't even check once. I'm gonna be real. You actually, when they were setting this up, they probably weren't didn't even think about even turning on the setups. Um, and of course they didn't pay attention to the format of how the venue was going to look. Because again, the Victrix booth was too big. I understand. Look. I understand that this is presented by Victrix. But guys, man, I don't know. I don't know if I should blame Victrix or if I should blame freaking the NCR staff. It's just not cool. It's really not cool, and somebody's at fault. I'm gonna be real. Somebody's at fault. The booth's too big. You can't play. There's no sound, and people just bumping into you. There's just everything wrong with a tournament that could have happened. And yeah, let's be real, right? You could probably say, oh, there's a lot of people that didn't have problems. I don't care. I don't care. If you didn't have a problem with your pools, with your one game, if you only entered one game, and everything was peachy, right? Because you only came on Saturday, so you only played your matches. You probably drowned, and if you saying that it was perfect, I believe you. But nah, I was there all 3 days. And this is what happened. Look. Unscheduled. Street Fighter 5. Unscheduled. Dragon Ball Z. Unscheduled. 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 Life is simple. It's very, very simple if you do your job. If you do your job. You cannot. And again, it's John Choi. He's a nice guy. But you cannot run something and not be real with it. Like, and this is with many TOs. Like something as simple as running Smash GG, or making sure things are on time, or making sure setups even work. This is crucial. Crucial. Who the hell is hitting me up? Like, and then you know what like people are even talking about lately, and this is even dumb. This is the dumbest thing ever. Is that like you have to start checking your pools the day before, or even the morning of. Like this is how bad tournaments are getting in general. Like, nothing is things should be finalized by at least like 3 days before the tournament. At least. If you're at a tournament, if you're running a tournament and you weren't there the day before to check to see if everything's working, to check if you have power, to check if the headphones work, to check if you have enough setups to run, like then maybe TOing isn't for you. Okay? Like the fact that these tournaments be premieres, freaking big CPT events, freaking you know, Arc Revo tours, the fact that all these tournaments are such high prestige, but we're still failing at a beginner level. It's blasphemous. Blasphemous. You can't. That's not cool. Just not acceptable. We're talking about esports, and you can't even have a functioning setup. Imagine going to an esports event, right? And you're like, oh, okay, I'm about to play. I'm about to play Dota, and they're like, yo, I'm sorry, dog, but like, sometimes the screen slows down, or the computers that we had for you, yeah, it slows down. In like two of my matches in Dragon Ball Z, the game was really slow. It kept staggering. And I'm just like, man, hmm. I ain't even gonna say anything. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir, but these headphones don't have surround sound. Okay, so if somebody shoots a bullet behind you, you won't actually know where it came from. All you know is that there was a gun sound. And you're like, I'm gonna die, right? Yeah, you're gonna die. You're dead. Yep. Like literally in the middle of my match, I even said it. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" I was like, "Up, whatever." I mean, like I said, it there's no excuse, none. But hey, we get to play Street Fighter, and guess what? Street Fighter had 317 people. Don't complain. And another thing that's been happening with these tournaments is it's just top player heavy. The casual's just not there anymore. It's just not. And it's getting to the point where, like, for most people, going to a tournament is just not. You're not even getting the best experience anymore. So like, imagine like just a regular casual, and like his first match is Daigo, his second match is Tokido, his third match is NL, and it's just like he gets murdered. That's fine, but while he's getting murdered, he can't hear anything. Also, while he's getting murdered, somebody bumps into him. You know, like, dog. If we could just grab a grenade and just toss it in the room, man. Like, be upset as hell. But yeah, let's move on. I could talk about this all day. All day. All right. Player versus viewer. Who is the event for? A guy just shot up a tournament on the East Coast. Oh, snap. I didn't even know that. That is crazy. So, for you guys at home, how was it? How was the stream? How was the commentators? How was all that? At some point, I actually just didn't even care about the tournament no more. Like, it was just that, whatever. Because honestly, I felt like I was just waiting for a while for things to happen. Um, with Street Fighter being so important and everything else just scattered within 2 other days, it's just whack. I heard that was what was going on. I caught some games on Friday, then kept checking back on Saturday for a game other than Street Fighter, but didn't happen. Yeah, Street Fighter is just it's just whatever, man. Like that brings up like one of the discussions that I wanted to talk about. Will West Coast and like NorCal Regionals in general just be a
Oh,
Street Fighter tournament?
yeah.
And I'm starting to think that yes, it will mainly just be Street Fighter. Hey, we got a lot of gifs. We got a lot of those. But I mean, like, you're not. These tournaments lately aren't showing other people. They're not showing personalities. And then even if they are, the stream numbers aren't getting like they're not big. So it's like even if something crazy happens, those people, those players, that moment will just be whatever, just get lost in time. I'm gonna be real. I have no idea what happened in Dragon Ball Z besides Kazunoko losing to that guy, me getting ninth, and then uh, who won the tournament? Let me look up. Goichi winning the tournament. Like I have no idea what happened any other game. I'm be real. I just wasn't paying attention. But I could show you, I could tell you exactly what happened in Street Fighter from A to B to C to D to E. Like I could tell you all that. Like Smash Lewis won. I had to play him. He was a number one seed. I had to play him. He kind of mopped me, and then it was just like me waiting for like ages in the little corner, in their little Smash corner. That's it. I didn't really see any other matches go on. I was trying to watch was it Unio with Goichi and the other guy. What was his name? Sugori. That was actually pretty hype. But yeah, like I have no idea what happened this weekend because like when you look at the schedule, it was hard for people to like care about what was happening in the other games. Oh yeah, the one guy who kept auto comboing Goichi and actually almost beat him. It's just all over the place. This is actually mad random. There's only two pools for Pokken, and then you had to play at 10 a.m. the next day. Yeah, I don't know about that. So it's like, a lot of this stuff. Was there any room for non-Street Fighter casual setups? I saw a lot of Street Fighter, and then Smash, and then I don't know. Uh, but there was a giant Victrix booth, and then the a giant arcade shock booth in the middle of the room. Did you check those out? Did you buy anything? I hope so. Hope you bought something. I bought something. I bought two posters. That was pretty cool. I don't know, man. Like, and that's the thing, right? Like I came Thursday morning, right? I went out. I woke up, and I was like, "What do I play?" Oh, Street Fighter, 1 o'clock. All right, when's Dragon Ball Z? Well, first of all, I had to like keep looking when things started. Uh, so Street Fighter, I was like, all right, and then Dragon Ball Z was like 4 o'clock. Wait, what? Damn, there's a 3 hour difference in between. All right, screw it. I'll wake up at 4, and then like I realized that I had to keep waiting and waiting. Actually, I thought I was pool. Oh wait, no. What pool was I in for Dragon Ball Z? Whatever. Yeah, I think I was there for, and then I had to wait freaking 3 hours or something stupid, and then I finally got to play again, and then I lost. And then I played again, and I lost, and I was like, cool. All right, so my day on Friday after being there Thursday morning was playing a few matches for 5 hours. Cool. Uh, and then, right, so I went out. I was like, screw this. I went out, and I came home. I came back to my room. At first, I thought my pool was the first pool, and then I realized that I messed up, and I was actually in pool like 7. So I chilled from 10 a.m. to 12, right? And then I played, and I waited, and I waited, and then I lost. Fun. And then I realized that my pool for Smash was happening at some point. But that took forever, so then I had to wait, and then wait, and then wait. Top 16. And I had to wait to play my match. I lost. And I was like, what else is there to do in life? Nothing. All right, so then I went out again. And then I was like, what's going on Sunday? Uh, I was told that Dragon Ball Z was at 10 a.m. I was lied to. Uh, maybe they switched it. I actually don't even know. But I was told that Dragon Ball Z was at 10 a.m. I was like, screw it, right? I woke up a little later, was watching a little bit of Street Fighter 5, and then I just went out again. I just didn't care. Like, there's just nothing happening. Yeah, that was my event. I just went out, then went out, then went out, then went out. So I went out 4 days. Why was Street Fighter 5 top 8 so early? I actually don't know. If we're being completely honest, though, that's a good thing. Street Fighter 5 being earlier is a good thing. Only for Street Fighter players. Yeah. Why? Because guess what? You had an entire day to play Street Fighter. Then they're like, yo, you know what? Get your rest. You deserve it. You'll play at this real nice time of 1 p.m. and then you get the hell out of there. While Dragon Ball Z, even though that was on early Friday, and then we'll end with Smash, even though that's cool. Street Fighter players, you deserve it. So after Street Fighter was over, just it didn't matter anymore. For a Street Fighter event, Street Fighter was early. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that was that. Now, honestly, it seems that almost everything I've said is bad about the tournament. But if you ask me some things that were good, I mean, if you play Street Fighter, it's a good thing. Was that good? Was that a good thing to say? If you like Street Fighter, I guess nothing else really mattered. I don't know. This is why. This is why I think the tournament should be a 2-day event. I saw as time went on, I saw no reason in coming Thursday or even early Friday. Look at that. My pool was 4:30. My pool was 4:30 p.m. on Friday. I came Thursday morning. It just wasn't worth. Uh, so yeah, this tournament should definitely be a 2-day event. I in Street Fighter, I had a pretty good match with Oil King, and then I lost, and then I lost to Momochi. So I lost to two really good players. I felt like I played pretty well. I beat JB. I beat a few other people, and then yeah, I mean, I just got. Let's see what else. Was the weather a problem? Nope. Things to do. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of chilling. There's a lot of bars, clubs, whatever the hell. The venue was the DoubleTree, and of course, 10 minutes. You had a whole bunch of things. So there's a lot of there's a lot of things you could do. Food issues, drinks, water. You were set on that. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I covered everything. There wasn't many games. So the weird thing is that there wasn't a lot of games at this tournament, and it was still so like lackluster. There's no water. I mean, I was like, I just had like the water in my room for like $3 or whatever the hell. I think it was like free or something if you were like a honors member or whatever. I don't know the wake up he did. I can't tell you, but it got me. It got me. Oh, I forgot all about that. I forgot all that. Well, I forgot to bring that up. Running water. That was an issue. Yeah. Um. How the hell did I forget that? Damn, that was important. Yeah. So for what is it? For like half, like a few hours, there was no water for a lot of people, and yeah, so a lot of people got screwed, and they had to go downstairs and had to deal with pools and being bunched up with a lot of people and have zero uh, washability. So I actually, for me, since my pool wasn't till like 4 or whatever the hell, by the time I used the water, it was fine. But I already noticed that for the most people who had business at the event already, the venue ready, they were there earlier. So if you're playing casual and stuff, you were there earlier. But I didn't come down till 4 because I was like, nah. And when I got there, again, I got there at 4 o'clock. The venue wasn't even ready yet. So that's the weird part is that I got there at 4 and it still looked like they were still setting up. So again, like there's just no excuse, man. Just none. You should be ready. You should be ready. So yeah, that's a big problem. NCR has always had these problems, which is very weird. At one of the years, they had the flood with the fire, the flood and the fire, or the flood because of the fire. I actually don't really know, but it was cool. And it was like damp everywhere. People's roofs were leaking. Uh, it didn't affect me because I was above it, so that's pretty cool. But for the other people who got bodied, oops, sorry. Yeah, and NCR has actually been cursed. What was it? One of the years I think Shine broke something, right? Like a few things broke. Yeah, NCR has been cursed. So yeah, anyone else like have anything that they wanted to talk about? Like anything? Because I have a few like gifts and stuff that I'm about to share, but again, it's all Street Fighter mainly. Um, Anybody else? For me, this tournament kind of just like came and went. I don't know about you as spectators. Holy crap. North Carolina. Jesus. Nope, Norcal Regionals. SCR and NCR. Yeah, I actually have it right behind me, so I'll just bring it up. So I got my home girls. Boom, one of them. Chanel definitely has some pretty good quality. You know, I don't play Unil, but you know, I do love my girl. Maybe I know. Thank God it's a long hair, right? It's the pigtails, Vidal. But I did used to play Melty Blood a little bit. Waifu's definitely carried the FGC. All right. Well, let us move forward a little bit. So I guess we will be talking about the results. And where? Oh, did I get bodied? Oh, no, there you go. Of course, shout outs to Ian Walker, Ian to the max. I'll always be robbing him for a bit and showing his result screens.
Definitely gonna kill the
so boom, Dragon Ball Z, Goichi the God with Broken Piccolo.
Goichi, one character away from being back-to-back NCR 2019 champion.
Oh, you got punished.
Blowing up the assist, but not the point character. The assist having his back. Level 3 as well. It's going to be a tough road for Kazunoko to drive on.
Oh man, that was an opportunity, but just not ready for it. That's okay though, but not for Yamcha. This might be it.
Yeah, so he just spent the level 3, so he's not going to build too much bar. Going to spend that one on Hell Zone, follow it up.
Look at that. What?
Oh, trying to reflect. Doesn't actually get the command grab. He tried it on the ground as well.
Oh,
and the
dead.
5L for Goichi, taking home NCR 29.
So Goichi won, Kazunoko, Subatomic Sabers. Shout outs to him. He definitely beat me. He got third, so that's awesome. Tachikawa fourth, Reynolds, Apology Man, Dogura, and the man with the master plan, Brian Hakai, who had beaten Kazunoko, but Kazunoko got second anyway. And we already talked about me. I sucked, so it is what it is. Street Fighter, 5, Punk.
That's enough. No. Look for the chip. Jab it from Taquito. That's gonna be it.
Now the interesting thing about that weird situation is that you actually can't V-reversal that. I don't understand that. But Punk had a hit, and it probably could have changed the entire course of that one round, which could have been everything. But nope, you die. So Tokido won. Punk got second. Fudo, Takeuchi, Gachi-kun, Smug, Daigo, Fujimura. So Japan kind of reigned a little bit. And even in Dragon Ball Z, it was 4 for 4 with grand finals being Japan.
Couple of times, no more
Tekken, of course. Jimmy J Tran, the God.
Because he thinks he can get it at any angle, but he can't. Oh my god, just running into a punch to the face.
He's just mad good. With P Ling, freaking Run It Black, K30, Incerity, 725. Silence? Oh, that's a pretty interesting name. And TK3ZX. Koji Cog actually came out. He did mad work.
Now just having fun, while LTL's like, I'm fighting for my life here. And oh my, that was such a close chance too. Alright, hard tag.
With big bodies. He won Street Fighter 4 as well. And I think he won something else or got top 3.
Oh my goodness. Alright, Koji Cog wins Norcal Regionals 2019. He's gonna like...
Damn. LTL, real salty. Nyan Nyanderthal, Ebonic Plague, Zambu, Beiko, Jendi, Zaikoku. Zankoku.
Thank goodness, this is
Pakin.
going so far downhill. Yeah. Jin, please. Oh, Jin, please.
I don't even.
Oh
I
my.
actually
Dude,
can't.
It is almost a steal.
This is-
That's
this is-
it. That's it. That's game.
This is.
Wingtide
Oh
is going to
my
win NCR
gosh.
after running it back, dude.
Wingtide's like, please tell me I didn't mess it up.
No, you're good.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I actually can't. Yeah. I don't know what Pokemon that is, but it is a Sword and Shield, and yeah. All right, Wingtide 1. Jin Bayashaurin, Mutator, Jiggler Joggler. Yo, these anime people be having the craziest names. Alistair, FGC, PFQ, Niet, Zyflare, Griffane, and Marks.
Just blocking this out.
This was actually
25
pretty
seconds on
hype.
the clock,
I
I
actually
think.
was watching
Vito,
this.
you are a madman. You are a madman.
Go,
What?
I think Goichi screwed actually. Yeah,
Oh my
that's it!
God!
That's
Tori wins Norcal Regionals 2019, beating Goichi.
It's funny because Goichi's like, I don't even play this game. But it was still pretty hype with Terrace Box. Freaking just actually, it was definitely good regardless of the situation. It was some good games all around. Christian Lim third, JDR Del Rosario 2 gigabit combo. Show Towson Force Burger Time.
Ooh, just out of range of that, and he gets that teleport to punish.
In there, and now the mix-up.
Oh, the 2K into the low. One player
Oh,
still
the
the
gamma blade,
limit.
and he's gonna YRC. Is this gonna be enough to kill? Can he do this? Can he get the chip combo? And he does, and there it is. Bjorn, son of bear.
Versus gets OTG. Ooh, just out of range of that, and he gets
Bjorn, son of Bear. That's a really interesting name. But I love me some Chip. So Chip is OD. GCO, she's the homie. Of course, with Bedman, he gets second. Daymindo, Kizzy, J Beats, Overlord Mitch, Combo Fiend. Oh snap, it's actually Combo Fiend. And Erotica Pepsi.
Or that forward smash not quite
And
gonna
the guy who beat me,
Jumping away from
Lewis.
that situation, back air, not going to do it. We have XX looking immediately for the ledge, gets trumped, and he gets called out by the back air. And Luis
Boom.
does it. He takes out XX, staying in the winner's side, not dropping a set, and taking Norcal Regionals.
Yo, I played Lewis in my pool. He was my third round, and like literally, he's beating the hell out of me. Right, I was still able to take some stocks, but it wasn't enough or even anything special. And literally, I was like, "Yo, what do I do?" And he's like, "I don't know, man. It's just mad hard. I'm Fox." And I'm just like, "God damn it, bro! Yo, I really couldn't do anything. I play Richter. I don't know what you want me to do. It's over." And then so yo, you want to know my path in Smash? This is ugly. So I play Richter, right? Out of all the big bodies, out of all the weird characters, even sword characters that I could have fought in tournament, give me one of these Inklings. Give me that guy. I'd rather fight him. I had to fight Zero Samus, Greninja, Wolf, Fox, Snake, and Wolf again. And Fox again. And I lost to the second Fox player. And in my head, I was like, "Yo, dog, like, I couldn't get one like clean match." Yeah, Vinith plays Lucario. Like I literally was like countered pretty much the whole way through. I was a little salty, but I did my best. And of course I made top 16, so that was really cool. Made out of pools. I played mad good. Um, but there's just some things that you can't win. And well, if you're talking about Apology Man or me, regardless, I got ninth in Dragon Ball Z, and I think it's like 12th, whatever, tied for 12th. It just wasn't the bracket gods, man. They didn't work out. Cause like literally like after I lose, I look up on the screen and I see King Karul, and I'm like, why couldn't I fight that guy? Like legit, I was like, yo, give me the big bodies. What the hell? Why you gotta give me the reflectors? 3 reflectors to be precise. Let's see, ST.
That corner pressure. Yeah, this is going to be tough for Ganelon. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. The
Take care of
oh,
it.
my gosh.
Oh, but
oh, my gosh.
And it does enough just
Dude.
to take the tournament. He sees it.
Do you like see the buttons in this game? How could you defend this game?
That corner pressure. Yeah, this is going to be tough for Ganelon. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. The
Do you see that? What is that? What is that? That was nonsense. So, Rhizone or Rizone, first, Ganelon, I'm sorry, I'm butchering literally all of these names. Andy Ma, Ultra Combo, Liquidify, Mad King, Bucktooth, Geo Ram. Psycho Crusher is just a weird move, hits really weirdly, and frames most of the time just don't even matter. And this has been like that for almost every Street Fighter game, where Psycho Crusher, a lot of times you're like, was that plus? Was that? Could I have punished that? I actually don't even know. And then you get counter hit, and you're like, I give up. Koji Kog, damn, he did his thing this weekend. Pinoy got second. Cubano Local Shine, Knuckle Do, LPN, LDO, Commander Jesse. But apparently these people got different places instead.
Come on. Okay. Goes for the low bounce.
Will this
okay.
be it?
A nice lob in the air. Catches it.
Oh!
And Cat Atomic.
Cat Atomic. Southpaw Rock, Metal Slime, Bucktooth, Jim the Arcadian, Drew Chuck, White Boy Willie, K Beast. Alright, and that was pretty much like it. That shirt. So yeah, I mean, Windjammer's actually, I do like it. I think it's a pretty cool game. I wouldn't really ever play it because just whatever to me at this point, especially since it's like not really a fighting game. I don't really care to like learn it, but a lot of times it is pretty hype. DOA, I don't know. There wasn't a lot of things. Like I said, this is a pretty small tournament, and yeah, like Street Fighter and maybe Dragon Ball Z and Smash. I guess it's Tekken, but like everything else is just whatever. You fight to keep your eyes watching it. But we got a few cool things that happened this weekend. Cool Kid's wife.
Not even recognizing the import of the moment.
And I'm sure you'd have heard at home before you even saw him.
Cool Kid's wife was a big topic this weekend.
To step up on stage. He's gone up against MOV. MOV. Cool as ever. No smirk on his face.
He's not going to get thrown up his game.
So apparently, MOV told her to be quiet. Somebody's saying that he said shut the F up, which I don't know. I think Cool Kid won that with Cody. Do I have it up there? Oh, wait, I guess maybe later. Oh, no, we're going to talk about me? So you want to know what happened to me, guys?
Utilize the gap.
This is what happened.
ChrisG has given him no reason to not be confident in his approach right now.
Answer no yet again. The blocking from Chris. Okay, Chris is still alive.
What?
What? Explain. I want to go up there with a microphone and right now ask why.
So
why?
Right.
Was it like
there's
a V reversal that he's also put the whirlwind motion into? What happened?
I mean,
what happened?
You gotta wonder. It was a great response from ChrisG to utilize the gap that was in that tornado there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. No one knows what happened. He woke up tornado. I have to hold that for life. Oh yeah, so this is
reversal immediate on the first hit. That's the smart way.
Wow. Look at how like it's so weird. He activates V trigger and then the entire tournament changes. Play ball.
Again. The reversal immediate on the first hit. That's the smart way.
Wow. Gutsy
he finally
timing.
gets a rock out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What's the mix up going to be?
The snowball. The snowball.
Ooh. He's got one more guess. Oh, and the Corkin takes it.
Beat the hell out of. Well, Joy, I don't know why. Joy is like a 50-50. She roots for me. She roots against me. I think that's a little weird. But I don't understand when it comes to fans or like people who supporters in general. You can't blatantly go both ways. You either say nothing or you say nothing. You can't like be like, yo, let's go, Chris, and then be like, Chris, I hope you lose. Like it just that I always find really weird. This happens a lot. But yeah, Joy definitely does that a lot as well, where some games she'll be like, yeah, I hope you win. Other games she'll be like, you suck. It's weird. Very weird. Everything's weird. Now, I will admit the Kage stuff was kind of OD.
Off the wall, the call out. EX uppercut.
Not there for stun, but one more touch and he gets the trade-off.
The stomp. Tatsu. That better defensive wall now with the Grams, but back to Young. The uppercut.
Oh, the uppercut.
Knock him down. What's the guess?
Demon.
He got him. Momochi with his hands on his head. He knew it. The whip. Tatsu. Sako.
Ouch. Kage's so whack. But at least he has some cool stuff. And yeah, he did some stuff. So that was pretty much the highlights of the tournament.
Again, he's
along with some G.
The whip cancel off the missed fireball strider.
Freaking G was robbing everyone. I think it's cool. Yeah, who else hit that? 801 Strider hit that. Oh, and Smug hit that too. So this is what you see. So he whiffed jab, went for crouching strong, reset, fireball, and he can cancel any animation into command grab.
What the heck? The whip cancel off the missed fireball strider.
Not cool. But yeah, people were getting slapped up. But of course, and you already know, freaking Punk always trying his best. He ran into Tokido again. I thought he was going to take it. But,
That's enough.
No, you know, as you can see, he still lost.
That's going to be at your
And Richard Suono, definitely an amazing artist. He has a lot of good drawings. He made a bunch of t-shirts. Yeah, this is what he drew. Actually, really cool photo. Punk and Tokido. I don't know who the hell this guy's supposed to be. But, yeah. Punk did his best, man. He did his best. It wasn't good enough this time around. If G's V trigger one was 2 bars, but like 4 uses, would that be for more fair? His V trigger is OD. G's V trigger is absolutely insane. It's just literally 2 hits and then you die. So shouldn't Karen be eating those chips? I actually don't know. You might be right. But yeah, I think there's pretty much. Oh, and then I guess one last thing, which actually Ian made an article about it, Kotaku. This guy who beat Kazunoko, apparently it was his first tournament ever. And yeah, you could see the match. I'm not gonna play the match. The match itself was 13 minutes long. Well, I'd say 12 minutes. The match was 12 minutes. A 2 out of 3 set was 12 minutes. That's actually crazy. But yeah, I mean he had some good stuff, but it was definitely a very very sloppy match from both players, and yeah, he ended up pulling it off. He actually should have won the first game too. So maybe it should have just been a 2-0, but I guess he wasn't ready in the first game, and then slops happened, and then boom. But yeah, shout outs to him. What is his name again? Why don't they? What am I doing? Oh, Brian Hakai. There you go. That's pretty good, man. Pretty good. Shout out to that guy. Hopefully he comes out to more tournaments. Hopefully we see him more. Maybe he could be the next like Hook Gang God who comes out of nowhere and wins some stuff. Oh, he's a PC player. Oh, I guess that's probably why I never saw his name. Yeah, if that was his first tournament, then that was really good. So yeah, I think we pretty much discussed absolutely everything with this tournament. So honestly, I think with all the problems, with all the just the troubles, just everything, I'm probably gonna give this tournament a 5 because it's like it's not the worst. Again, like when a tournament's the worst, it's the worst, and you'll know about it because like when everything was fine, it was kind of working pretty good, but like just a little small stuff. There's just a lot of small stuff, and then sound issues, things that you think they covered, but they didn't at the end of the day. Yeah. So it's John Choi. Was Vi? I don't even think Vi was there this weekend. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna give this tournament a 5 out of 10. And honestly, yeah, Justin called it. He was like, "Yo, like, what are you thinking? 5?" Yeah, I mean, also there's no SCR this year. I mean, look, I'm gonna be real. I don't care about SCR. They've screwed me what like 3 times now, and at my first SCR was pretty much a joke after the whole freaking me and damn, what's the Storm player? I forgot his name now. Freaking Marvel 3. Damn, it's been that long. But SCR, I've always had problems with, and NCR is no better. West Coast Warzone's no better. Like just the West Coast tournaments. West Coast tournaments are so slacking in everything. Uh, Final round, I actually rated an 8. If it wasn't for the obvious like bracket problems, the tournament would have probably got higher. Oh no, they both of them got 8. Uh, Frosty Faustings and Final round. Like final round really redeemed itself. I haven't uploaded it, which I probably should have, but I'm probably gonna upload the last 3 episodes all together. But yeah, that's because most tournaments are low. That's the problem. The problem is that like when I go to an event these days, I don't have any hopes at all. Like, and this is even like locals. I just have no hopes. Like sometimes like if Angie comes, this is when I was going, and like Angie will come to a local and she's just like, "This is whack, like just terrible. Like what do we do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to play a match, and then you're going to wait, and then I'm gonna wait like an hour, and I'm gonna play another match, and then we're gonna wait an hour again. I'm gonna play one more match, and then since there's only like 15 people here, yeah, it's gonna be about like 3 hours. So like 3-4 hours for like a 15-man tournament, and yeah, fun. I do miss doing the Zambier stuff. I thought it had potential. I'm be real. That was fun. And Angie liked it. Angie really liked going to Zambier. It was mad chill. You got the freaking. It was in a. I mean, like, Koreatown is Koreatown, right? So regardless, you get to have drinks. You get to freaking. We were at a bar, so we got drinks and food. Just chilled, talked and stuff. And played some games. Like you don't have to worry about the stream all day, all the time. You don't gotta. Like life shouldn't be about that, but like that's what it is nowadays. It's just that these tournaments, they're even the locals, they're so focused on who's watching instead of who's coming. If that makes sense. It should make sense. But most locals in SoCal, I'm like, oh my god, when is it over? There's only like 12 people here, and I'm still here. Why am I still here? And I'm only making like $50, which pretty much was the money it costed to go and come. It just wasn't worth it. I go to Super Arcade. I win Street Fighter 5. This has actually been almost every single time I've gone to Super Arcade. I I win Street Fighter 5. I win most of the time Street Fighter 4, and I win Dragon Ball Z, and I make $100, maybe, sometimes less. Yes, yes, you heard that right. I win 3 games, and I make nothing. So it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Not worth paying gas. Not even worth the experience. I'm gonna be real. For me, it's not worth the experience. Because let's be real, right? If I leave, let's say I go to Super Arcade, right? Tomorrow. Oh no, or is it today? Tuesdays. I think it's Tuesdays. I don't know. I don't really care. Let's say I go to Super Arcade today. Right? Tournament starts at 9. Cool. Right? I leave at like 8. Get there. Leave at like 2. I I probably could have streamed at home, which you guys got more viewers, obviously, but I could probably get like 5 subs tops, right? Which is still worth it, right? That's like, if we're doing math, right? Like $3 or $3.50, something around there, right? It's like another $15. Maybe like $10 in donations, right? It's like $25. And then commercials, right? Make another $25, $50, whatever. So I just made $60. So Ubering and Ubering back, I just wasted $40. So it's almost as if I went nowhere and did nothing. You know, like that's why a lot of like the players now, they're realizing that streaming is the way to go. So like a lot of them are just like, if I sit home and do nothing, I actually gain a net worth. You know, like, because like when I go to these tournaments, I don't even hang out. I just wait. Like, it's not even fun to like, even if I lose, right? If I lose, I've wasted all time. If I lose, even if I get second, at a local, I've wasted my entire time there. That's how bad it's gotten for me. Nope. And I love locals. I always tell people, support your locals, right? Like, if you're up and coming player, or if you're like a high tier player but you're not a top tier player, support your locals. But like for me, I've gone past that. It's now a deficit to go to a local for me. But yeah, this pretty much concludes Should I Go There episode 5 with NCR, and just like the title of the episode, that's what the score is getting. It's getting a clean bam. You get a 5. I wish it could be better, because again, I like everybody who runs it. I had fun. I'm gonna be real. I had a lot of fun, but the fun costs money. So there was like a negative. There's a negative net gain at the end of this tournament, and I'm looking. Was there any pot bonuses for any game? Does anybody know? Because it's showing none. So no pot bonuses. So if we're doing math, Dragon Ball Z, right? 100 people. Goichi got $500, and then everyone else gets nothing. So for all these games that wasn't Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Z, Tekken, and I guess Unio. Yeah, everyone probably got $300 and less. Yeah. Every single person at this tournament got like less than $300. Besides the actual winner of like 3 different tournaments. It's actually rough. It's really rough. I'm gonna be real. It's really rough. I went to Run a Brawl, got second place, $100. There's so many tournaments that I go to, 200, 300. I'll win the major, $300. Cool. That's fun. I really think that a tournament should not be considered a major if you do not get more than $1,000, even if there are over 100 players. If you actually don't get over $1,000, you're just another tournament. Let's be real. Dios X, you should have been subbed the whole time. I don't know why you not subbed anyway. I'm tired of you, Dios X. That's it. Taking away your sword. You ain't no sword no more. Am I going to Combo Breaker? Yes. My next tournament, which will be not this weekend, but next weekend, April Annihilation, followed by Naptown Clutch. Then I'm going to come back and watch Endgame on the 29th, since I can't watch it that weekend. Texas Showdown the following weekend after that. Then there is a tournament in between that, but I don't think I'm going to go. So Combo Breaker, and then CEO, Pinnacles after that, Evos after that, so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm finally like jumping on the ball with like everything that I'm supposed to go to. But yeah, so that's it. This concludes again. I've said this like a bajillion times now, but I'm going to end it, and then I will be jumping on some Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, sorry NCR, you get a 5. So the end question: should you go there? I say, if you play Street Fighter.